meeting at 9 o'clock.
You'll make it. Let's see now. That's a waffle for Ross, fried eggs for Martin, scrambled eggs for Patty, and French toast for Kathy.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Doctor.
What are you doing at this moment?
Fixing breakfast. What are you doing?
Are you fixing breakfast or performing one of 100 other household tasks? Then I wholeheartedly approve.
Thank you, Doctor.
With one reservation. Only if your family appreciates what you're doing.
You bet they do.
One of the major problems of the housewife in modern civilization is that she is taken for granted. She becomes no more than a useful piece of furniture around the house, and she is treated as such.
Boy, have you got a lot to learn. Here we are. That's French toast for Kathy.
Thank you.
Scrambled eggs for Patty. Fried eggs for Martin. And a waffle for Ross.
Richard and Craig are picking us up at 6 o'clock. We'll have dinner on the way. I'll get home early. I want to do my hair. Will you do mine for me while you're at it, Kath? All right. You're a giant. Remind me to do something nice for you sometime, Cuz.
Is everything all right? Why don't we go to a movie tonight?
No, the CEA conference is starting today. I'm afraid I won't be home for dinner.
Patty?
Kathy and I won't be home either, Mom. We're double dating with a couple of tycoons.
Ross?
I have a patrol meeting tonight.
I see.
Therefore, in conclusion, let me say, housewives, you may be in bigger trouble than you think. The big question is, are mothers people?
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Natalie? Natalie?
Yes, dear.
What'd you do with my briefcase?
Well, I didn't do anything with it.
Well, somebody did. I left it right there in the hall closet.
Did you look in there?
Of course I looked in there.
There it is, right where you left it.
Well, there's so much junk in there, it's a wonder anybody can find anything.
Well, I'm going to clean it out again just as soon as I find the time. You know, most of the things in there are yours, darling, and a lot of it could go into the basement.
Oh, that's a good idea. But not the golf clubs.
All right.
I'd say we'd better keep the skis up here, too.
All right. You never know when it'll snow in the closet.
What do you know? My old medicine ball.
That could go in the basement.
You know, I'm going to start working out a little. Hey, there's my old fishing pole.
That could certainly go.
Let's leave it.
You planning to fish through the ice?
Well, as soon as I get a little time, I think I'd like to practice a little dry fly casting. Now, this could certainly go somewhere else.
Oh, you're right.
You know, if my desk were that cluttered, we'd never get the newspaper out.
Darling.
Yeah?
Oh, never mind.
All set. Papa, will you give us a lift?
Oh, sure. Say, Natalie, there's some buttons missing from my blue shirt and my striped shirt. Would you sew them on when you get a chance?
All right.
I ripped my corduroys. Maybe you can patch it.
I'll take a look at them.
Mom, if Roger calls, will you tell him that we're meeting at Susie's? We're going to stop for a bite at Binky's if he wants to join us. Aunt Natalie, if Judy calls, will you tell her that I won't be able to help her with her math tonight, but that I'll call tomorrow night at 8 o'clock?
If Roger calls, you're meeting at Susie's. He can join you at Binky's. You can't work with Judy tonight, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The buttons on your blue shirt and striped shirt, and a ribbon in your corduroy pants.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Joan? Natalie, are you doing anything? Can you come over here right now? I guess I've always just taken it for granted that my family appreciates me. But this morning, when I heard that psychologist talking about what a big problem this is to American housewives, I realized it was true. They don't appreciate me.
Welcome to the club, honey.
I clean for them, cook for them, sew on buttons, nurse their colds, and I love doing it. Don't misunderstand me.
Oh, I read you loud and clear. You just want a little appreciation.
Exactly. You know, all they have to do is just say thank you once in a while. A little pat on the head to old dog Trey. Joan, do you know how many breakfasts I've cooked for them? 6,559.
How do you happen to know that?
I figured it out. And you know how many dishes I've washed?
I'd rather not hear.
You think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill?
No. I think you're making a molehill out of a mountain. I think it's time for the mothers of the world to unite.
I'd hate to say it about my own family, but I have to face facts. They're selfish. They don't care what happens to me.
You know, what we really need is a union.
How do I go about joining?
First, we have to plan our attack.
You make it sound like some kind of battle.
That's exactly what it is. All-out war.
Joan, this is my family. I love them. They love me.
Of course, but every once in a while you have to give them a little nudge to remind them that you're around, that's all.
What am I supposed to do? Go around saying, appreciate me, everybody?
There are techniques.
I'm afraid I don't know them.
Mother will teach you. Step 1. Tomorrow morning, you are going to be so sick.
What?
Tomorrow morning, you are going to stay in bed. We'll start them off with a little sympathy. It never fails.
Honey, is there anything I can bring you before I go to work?
No, thank you.
How you feeling?
Oh, fine, thank you. Just a little weak.
You're probably coming down with a cold.
Or pneumonia.
I doubt it. You'll be on your feet before you know it. You're too restless to spend more than a few hours in bed. By the way, while you're resting, we should look over the speech I'm going to make at the Overseas Club tonight. See if you think there's anything I should add to it. And I'd appreciate it if you would see that my dinner jacket is pressed. And by the way, please call Gilroy's and tell him to make sure my shirt is here by 5 o'clock, okay?
Hi, Mom. How are you feeling? Oh, Mom, I'm supposed to meet Richard back here after school, but I'll be tied up with a dance committee meeting. When he comes, will you tell him to go over to Alice's and I'll meet him over there? Oh, and you might call Alice and tell her that Richard is bringing the records. I'd call her myself, but I won't have time. How are you feeling, Aunt Natalie?
Terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're probably coming down with a cold. I'm expecting a COD package. Could you please pay the delivery man when he comes? There's a dress in it. If you're feeling well enough, I would appreciate it if you'd hang it up for me. I'd like to wear it tonight.
How you feeling, Mom?
Marvelous.
That's great. Mom, one of the wings of my model jet got broken. I told Mr. Francioso you'd bring it in. If he can't fix it, buy a model kit 7A. Don't get 7B, 7A. And he'll give you a trade-in on the model kit on my dresser. If it's not on my dresser, it's in one of my drawers.
Can't you do it yourself after school?
I'm not coming home after school. We're going out to play ball, and I need the plane to enter in a contest Saturday.
Perhaps your mother doesn't feel up to it, Ross.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll do it while I'm resting. Look over your speech, have dinner jacket pressed, tell Gilroy's to have your shirt here by 5 o'clock. Tell Richard to meet you at Alice's. Tell Alice Richard will be there with the records. Pay postman for your address, hang it up. Take your model jet to Mr. Franciosa. If he can't fix it, buy model 7A, not 7B. He will give trade-in for a model set on your dresser. And if I have any time left over while I'm convalescing, why don't I just build another wing onto the house? Didn't work? Didn't work. It was one of the busiest days of my life. Oh, they have no feeling for me at all. I'm gimme Lane. Gimme this and gimme that.
All right, we're going to have to go on to step 2.
Could you skip to step 3? I'm getting mad.
We're not ready yet for step 3. Now, we're going to have to start work on Martin. You know, when a husband finds the lines in a newspaper more interesting than his wife's lines, it's time to do something about it.
Oh, well, Martin has to read the newspapers. It's his business.
So are you. When was the last time you wallowed in a beauty parlor?
I was at the hairdresser's 2 weeks ago.
I said wallowed. I mean, facial, massage, shampoo set, manicure, pedicure, wallow.
I see.
And it wouldn't do your morale any harm to be sporting a new French dress with some heady perfume to match.
Well, that'd be very expensive.
That's his problem.
Uncle Martin, what's the 7-letter word for ill-tempered?
Testy. No, that's 5.
I think it begins with a G.
Grumpy? No, that's only 6.
Watch this go.
Ross, will you be careful? This is a small airport.
I'm gonna join the Air Force when I grow up.
Oh, I bet they can't wait.
I wasn't talking to you.
Hey, can't the two of you behave in a more civilized manner toward one another?
I apologize.
I consider the source, and I accept it.
Well, you're a gracious monster. Neither of you means a word of it. You should have heard Ross leap to your defense when Pinky Miller said his sister was prettier than you. Is that true?
You should see his sister.
Good evening.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey. What time are we eating?
Is that all you think about, eating?
Well, I only asked because we have an editorial meeting tonight and I have to get down to the paper. Dinner isn't going to be ready soon. I'll have a sandwich out.
Of course, I don't want you to eat out. I'll fix something right away.
I have a date, too, Mom. I'm going bowling. I'm afraid I don't have much time either, Aunt Natalie. I promised Nancy I'd help her with her homework.
Well, it looks like we all have a problem. You know, Natalie, you really ought to organize your time better. Well, if businessmen ran their businesses as haphazardly as the average home is run, nothing would ever get done.
I'm sorry. Let me get out of this rag and I'll go fix dinner.
What's with the mother figure?
I don't know.
Gee, she's been acting awfully touchy lately. She reminds me of an old snapping turtle I used to have.
You don't suppose she's sick, do you, Uncle Martin? I've never seen her act like this before.
Maybe she's just getting old. You know how old people are.
No, how are we?
Grouchy.
That's it.
That's what?
The 7-letter word. Grouchy.
Auntie? No, thank you. Joan, are you sure we're doing the right thing?
Certainly. Will you just leave everything to me? Step 3 always works.
What happened to steps 1 and 2?
I'm telling you, step 3 will work.
It's almost 10 o'clock. They must be worried sick.
That's the whole idea. By the time you walk in that door, they'll have the whole Brooklyn Heights police force out looking for you.
I never did anything like this before. I didn't even fix dinner for him. I feel like a criminal.
For heaven's sakes, will you stop worrying about everybody else and start worrying about yourself a little?
It's all the same thing. They are me.
So are you. And it's time they realized it.
I really must go.
All right. If you want to be an unappreciated household drudge for the rest of your life.
Pour me some more tea. I'm home.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
Check.
Hello, Aunt Natalie.
It's after 10 o'clock.
Gee, is it that late? Well, I guess you better get on up to bed, son.
Night, Mom.
I'm sorry I'm so late. Joan and I had dinner together and time just flew.
Good. Kath, you want to take over for Ross? And you're in check.
What'd you do about dinner?
No, I fixed us something.
Weren't you worried about me?
No, I figured you had dinner with Joan and the time just flew.
That's terrible.
What'd I say?
Papa, I think we have a problem. What's the matter?
I just got blasted again.
What did you do?
I said good morning.
Maybe I said it wrong. Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. I wish somebody'd write a book on the care and feeding of parents. Do you know what I think the trouble is, Patty?
Sure, she hates us.
No, I think she's just tired.
You know, you could be right, Kathy.
I'm sure I am.
She probably doesn't realize how hard she works around here. She's not getting any younger.
Why don't we try to make things easier for her?
You've solved it. We're going to reorganize things around here. And right now. You take this stuff. I was going to ask her to press it. It would have taken her at least an hour. But now I'm not going to ask her.
Good for you.
You're going to press it.
Why me?
You're young and strong.
So are you.
Don't worry. I'm going to do my share. I'll clean our room. I better fix the zipper, too.
And I can take these things to the cleaners for her.
Good. I'll do the marketing.
There are some shoes to be resoled. I'll take them down for her.
We're really getting things organized. Before we're through, she won't have anything to do.
She still has to cook.
Oh, we can solve that, too. Tomorrow morning, we'll get up half an hour earlier and fix breakfast.
What about dinner tonight?
Oh.
Why don't we go to the delicatessen and buy some barbecued chicken and potato salad and dessert?
You're really rolling, Cap. I'll spring for it with my own move.
I'll set the table and make the coffee.
We're in orbit. Oh, except for one little thing.
Ross.
Yeah. Okay, you wait on the monster from 8 till 5. I'll take over from 5 till 8. That'll keep him out of Mom's hair.
Well, that should take care of everything.
We're gonna make a lady of leisure out of her. Let's get to work.
Why, it's all clean.
Afternoon, Mrs. Lane.
Well, I didn't order that. I haven't even done my shopping.
Patty took care of it.
Patty?
Yes, ma'am. I'll put the meat in the freezer.
Oh, I'll do that.
She said I was to do it. She said she won't be using this tonight. She's sending home a barbecued chicken. Bye.
Well, if everybody's finished eating, I'll clear the table. I'll get the dessert. I want to add some chocolate sauce to it.
Boy, that's one of the best dinners we've had in a long time. Natalie, you haven't eaten anything.
I'm not hungry. Excuse me.
Looks like your plan isn't working very well. Not only that, but it's giving me indigestion. Boy, that chicken tastes like boiled cardboard.
I don't know what to do, Papa. Nothing we do pleases her.
At least my turtle was friendly some of the time.
Uncle Martin, have you tried asking her what's wrong?
Over and over. All she says is, oh, I'm fine, thank you. You can see icicles forming over every word. I don't know what she wants.
A vacation.
What?
Mom needs a vacation.
Well, maybe she does, but I can't get away right now, Patty.
No, all by herself, with none of us around to bug her. She could lie in the sun all day and have room service.
Yeah, and she'll go swimming and fishing and boating. Maybe I'll go with her.
I think we should stick to the original plan. We'll give her a week's vacation just for her.
Yeah, maybe that'll make her smile again.
Let's go tell her the good news.
It's unbelievable, Joe. That chicken tasted like cardboard, and Martin said it was the best dinner he ever had. They wouldn't even let me in my own kitchen. You were right. They don't need me anymore. I'm in the way. I'll talk to you later.
Hi, Mom. How you feeling?
Just fine, thank you.
Natalie, we'd like to talk to you.
It's urgent.
Now, the four of us just had a family conference.
About me?
Yes, Aunt Natalie.
Go on.
What would you think about a trip to Florida?
Florida?
A real vacation.
Nothing to do but lie around in the sun and fish and swim.
And shop. Would that please you?
Yes, it sounds wonderful. Oh, I've been so silly. I thought that... It doesn't matter. Martin, can you get away? And is it all right to take the girls out of school?
We're not going.
No, we're sending you off by yourself.
You sending me away?
Yes. Won't it be lovely?
It'll be a great vacation. You can stay down there for a whole week, all by yourself.
A week? Why not 2 weeks? Or a month?
Or maybe I'll never come back.
We're in bigger trouble than I thought. What's the matter? I just came from Mom's room. Her bed is covered with travel folders. What's wrong with that? They're for around-the-world cruises. She wouldn't do that. She's taking enough suitcases for a safari. Could she be angry with us? With us? Don't be silly. We've cooked for her, we've cleaned for her. I wonder if she appreciates us. Perhaps she thinks we don't. No. What? Just a silly idea. She's a big disappointment to me. I didn't think she'd go. We all told her to go. Well, she didn't have to listen to us. You know that line from Shakespeare? There's something rotten in the state of Denmark? Hamlet. Well, there's something rotten in Brooklyn. Your average red-blooded American mother just doesn't walk out on her family. It's un-American. We're not going to let her do it. Never mind me. How could she do that to a poor little kid like you?
Yeah. Listen, maybe we could pay her to stay.
She can't walk out on us. And we're going to tell her so.
I've given them the best years of my life, and now they're through with me. They can't wait for me to get out of here. Well, they're not going to get rid of me that easily.
Where is she?
She's in her room.
Oh, we've made a terrible mistake. We can't let her go.
We've got to stop her.
Right.
You're not
going.
We need you, Aunt Natalie.
We can't get along
It's
without
my
you,
house,
Mom.
and I am not leaving.
What did you say?
I said I'm staying here with my family.
You mean you want to stay?
Of course I do. I live here.
But you've been acting as though you hated us.
I thought you hated me. I haven't heard one kind word from any of you in years.
You're kidding.
Look, I love doing things for all of you. All I wanted was just one little thank you.
We're sorry, Mom. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. This morning we're going to examine the American woman's role in the household. Do you know what you are in your household?
You bet I do. Indispensable. Oh, thank you, Patty.
My pleasure. I'll help you with the dishes and then
Oh,
I'll take care.
do run along and meet Richard.
Are you sure? I don't mind doing them.
Thanks, darling. Neither do I.
You know, Mom, I guess I never really stopped to think how much you do around here. It never quits, does it?
No, it never quits, and it doesn't pay much, but the fringe benefits are great.
Thanks, Mom,
Oh, what?
for being so great. I guess we all take a lot for granted sometimes. We forget to say thank you, so. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Let's get the coffee in there before I cry into it.
Gee, these are the best waffles I've ever tasted, Mom.
The eggs are delicious.
I love the French toast. Even the milk is great.
Okay, don't overdo it.
We just wanted you to know that we appreciate you. We may not always remember to tell you, but we do.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, honey, would you check with the laundry and ask them to stop starching my collars? And there's some buttons missing again.
I promised Ted I'd lend him my atlas. Would you please tell him the 2 maps he's looking for are on the back pages, near the index?
Mom, I broke my shoelaces. And while you're out getting some, would you please tell Mr. Francioso I've changed my mind about that model kit 7A? Take it back and get C16. That's the big job.
Oh, Mom, I'm bringing Mary and Alice by for dinner. Alice doesn't eat veal, and Mary doesn't eat broccoli. Oh, and if Richard calls, would you tell him that I can't meet him at the library, but I'll see him at the mall shop at 4 o'clock.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are
Is the lady of the house at home?
No, I'm afraid she's out.
Out? What a pity. Opportunity knocked and she missed it.
May I help you? I'm Mrs. Lane's niece.
Well, my name is Hanson. I am vice president of the Magic Midget Vacuum Cleaner Company, and I was bringing her a once-in-a-lifetime offer. Well, this is her unlucky day.
Oh, just a moment, Mr. Hanson. Do come in. Aunt Natalie did mention she needed a vacuum cleaner.
She did?
Yes, just before she went out shopping this morning. She has a birthday coming up, and I'd like to buy her a vacuum cleaner as a present.
Well, now, this is your aunt's lucky day.
It's very attractive. Is it a good one? Forgive me for asking, but I don't know much about vacuum cleaners.
I'm glad you asked that question. Shows you're alert. Now, that's good. No one will ever take advantage of you. Now, the Magic Midget is one of the marvels of our age. May I give you a little demonstration?
Would you?
Yes. May I impose upon you, please? There. There you are.
What are you doing?
Oh, don't worry. I'm just giving the Magic Midget his breakfast. Now, you watch this. From now on, your aunt will be able to spend her mornings in bed, afternoons at the beauty parlor, and her evenings at the opera. By this marvelous contrivance will free her from the drudgery of her household chores.
I'll buy it. If it isn't too expensive.
It's only $29.50.
Isn't that very inexpensive?
Now, I'm glad you asked me that question. Oh, I can see it's going to be a pleasure doing business with you. Now, the Magic Midget sells far below any other brand on the market today. Now, how can we afford to practically give this machine away? Low overhead.
I'll go get the money.
Just a moment. You haven't seen everything yet. Now, you won't want to give your aunt this beautiful Magic Midget without this marvelous, handy, this beautiful drape cleaning attachment.
That is beautiful.
Yes, it is. And this one here, now this will clean your walls. And this one here, this will clean the couches under the sofa with that. And this one will clean your dog. I've got one here that'll clean your clothes. I got another one here that'll clean inside your dresser drawer.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves the rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Hi, Gus. What's the matter with you? You look like you're about to rain. Oh, Patty, I've done the most awful thing. You? You couldn't do anything awful. Everybody's always holding up to me as an example. What did you do? As you would say, I goofed. Salesman came to the door this morning selling vacuum cleaners. I wanted to buy one for your mother, and he said it was only $29.50. So I bought it. What's the matter with that? Sounds like a great buy. With all the attachments and the sales tax, came to $145. Patty, I don't have $145. You know something? What? You goofed. Thanks. Don't worry, we'll get you out of it. We'll make him take it back. Where is it? He's delivering it tomorrow. I bought so much that he has to send it in a truck. I already gave him a $25 deposit. He's not taking anything back, Patty. He's a great salesman. So am I. You have to know how to handle people like that. Do you really think you could get him to cancel the order and give me my money back? It's a cinch. You just relax. The old master is at work. Kathy, I have to handle this myself. You wait upstairs. Are you sure? Have I ever steered you wrong? Yes.
Good morning, young lady. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Mr.
Hanson.
Hanson, of course.
Well, I believe this is everything. Congratulations. You're going to make your aunt a very happy woman.
Mr. Hanson, I've been thinking it over, and I've decided that I'm going to give my aunt a birthday card instead. I don't want this.
But you wanted all this.
I've changed my mind.
Well, I'm afraid it's a little too late for that.
Mr. Hanson, I want my deposit back, and if I don't get it, I'm going to call...
Not give it to you? Now, what kind of a company do you think you're doing business with?
You mean she can have... I can have my money back?
Well, of course. Our company deals only with satisfied customers.
Well, if I can have my money back, then I'm a satisfied customer.
But I must admit, this neighborhood certainly had me fooled.
I don't understand. It's a good neighborhood.
Oh, that's just what I mean. You know, sometimes we move into homes that we can't afford. Get in over our heads. You know, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Oh, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm sure your family is just having a temporary financial setback.
A temporary financial... Mr. Hanson, I'll have you know that my family can afford anything the Joneses can afford. More. My father is very successful. He happens to be...
I'm sorry. I couldn't sell all this stuff to you now. My conscience wouldn't allow it. Now, if things are really bad, there are some welfare agencies that...
Just a minute, Mr. Hanson. Let me tell you something. So, you don't have to come up with $145 anymore. Good. It's $165. I bought another $20 worth of accessories. You what? I had to do it, Kathy. The honor of the family was at stake. Either that or he's the greatest salesman I've ever met. Patty, we have to find him and make him take this back. Forget it. I signed the order and wrote in it that I was over 18, so it would be legal. I wanted to make sure he couldn't take it back. I trusted you. The trick is not to panic. Do you know what we're going to do? Panic. We're going to go out and sell that stuff. Who'd want to buy it? I don't know. There must be some other suckers around someplace. Our friend Hanson makes a living at it. He's a salesman. So am I. If he can sell it, I can sell it. Come on. Patty, we can't just go out and sell vacuum cleaners. We're not. We're going out and sell one vacuum cleaner. And 10,000 attachments. No one's going to buy it from you. They're not buying it from me. They're buying it from the executive sales manager of the Worldwide Vacuum Cleaner Company. Let's go. Patty, you need a license to sell things. Oh, who's gonna know? This isn't our life's work. We're just doing it this once, and then we're going straight.
Can I help you?
No, sir. We're here to help you. As a matter of fact, this is your lucky day, Mr. Rogers. We have here a little vacuum cleaner
Vacuum cleaner?
Patty, let's go.
Well, I was going downtown to buy one Saturday.
Well, we're gonna save you that trip, Mr. Rogers.
Come in. Is it a good vacuum cleaner?
I'm glad you asked me that question. This is the greatest electronic marvel of the age. We'll give you a demonstration. Happy? How about that?
Well, that's great. How much is it?
$29.50. With the attachments, it's $165.
Isn't that a lot?
Mr. Rogers. Do you know what you're getting here? This isn't just a vacuum cleaner. It's a way of life. It'll clean your rugs, your drapes, take the lint off your suit. It'll clean your dog, climb ceilings, goes around corners,
I'll take it.
waxes furniture, fluffs. What'd you say?
I said I'd buy it. It's my wife's birthday. She's been wanting one. Well, excuse me. I got the money.
Didn't I tell you it was easy? I can't believe it. Maybe that'll teach you to have a little more confidence in me. I may be the greatest salesman of our time.
Well, here's the money. You'll just give me a receipt. Why, where are you going?
We just remembered another appointment.
What about
about the vacuum cleaner?
Oh, you wouldn't want it. We've been having an awful lot of trouble with the factory with it. We'll come back when we have the bugs ironed out. Bye! Patty, we'd better stop this. We're going to get into trouble. Oh, we can't quit now. We have to get rid of this stuff. Who do you think you're going to sell it to? Whose name is on the bill? Mr. J. Appleton. Bingo! Ring it.
What do you want?
We want you, Mrs. Appleton. May we? Oh, you're just moving in here. It's lucky for you that we came along. I'm the executive sales manager of the Worldwide Vacuum Company. This is my assistant. And this is the magic midget. It can do anything.
I don't need a vacuum cleaner, and I'm busy.
Oh, I can see that. Do you know how long it would take you to clean this apartment without a vacuum cleaner? Hours. But with the magic midget, this place could be cleaned up in no time. Kathy?
Miss! What are you doing?
I'm glad you asked me that question. There's no need to worry, Mrs. Appleton. The magic midget will pick this up in a jiffy.
Stop that!
Oh. This is really going to open your eyes. A little more dirt here.
You clean that right up.
That's exactly what I intend to do, Mrs. Appleton. Where's the outlet?
There's no electricity.
Look at that. I'm a nervous wreck. Let's go home, please. Let's try it one more time, Smile. Yes? May I help you? You don't want to buy a vacuum cleaner, do you?
No, I'm afraid not, but thank you so much for asking me.
That's perfectly all right, Mrs. Smythe. We didn't mean to disturb you. We just thought that the magic midget was so marvelous, 'twould ease your burdens.
Why, you're from England.
How did you guess?
My dear child, you can't fool an old Britisher like me. Well, don't stand in the drafty hallway. Do come in.
Oh, what part of England are you from? The White Cliffs of Brooklyn Heights.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to hear a civilized accent again. You know, I've been living here for 20 years, and I still can't understand a word the Americans say.
It's a beastly bore, isn't it?
Well, as I said to Ronnie, that's my son, we should have kept it as a colony. The shopping is marvelous.
Quite. And things come right to your door. It's frightfully convenient.
May I offer you a spot of tea?
No, thank you. We must go. Patricia? Yes, we've had our tea, thank you. We rarely must be pushing on, you know.
Oh, pity.
Duty. Quite. Stop.
If I'm not being too inquisitive, what is it that you're selling?
Oh, this? It's nothing, really.
Oh, it's a vacuum cleaner.
Yes, it's quite good, actually.
Well, how much is it?
We paid $165 for it. But we'll sell it to you for $155.
Well, it will assist you girls. I shall purchase it.
Do you mean it?
Of course I mean it. It's the least I can do for a fellow countryman.
Yippee!
What?
That is to say, hello.
Shall we say $140?
Nice to see such joy around. You want to let us in on it?
We're just happy, Uncle Martin.
Yeah, I can see that.
Where have you two been all day? I haven't seen you.
We just had to get rid of something.
Hey, looks like my editorial is finally bringing results.
What do you mean, dear?
Remember the editorial I wrote last week on the phony door-to-door salesmen who cheat housewives? Well, the police are beginning to crack down on them. Seems to be a new teenage gang operating. Policemen reported that 2 teenage girls tried to sell them a vacuum cleaner. A woman reported that 2 teenage girls came in, and ruined her apartment and then fled. According to a third report, the girls seem to be two English girls.
More coffee?
No, thanks. It's good dinner, though. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to do some work. You know, I think I'm going to crack down on this teenage gang. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Fagin behind them, supplying them with materials and putting up the money.
It could be just two innocent teenagers.
I doubt that. Anyway, the police will catch up with them.
Aren't you going to finish your cake, Kathy?
No, thank you. I'm not very hungry. Excuse me. Neither am I. Excuse me.
Boy, I wish I had a tape recorder in their room.
Forget it.
What are we going to do? We're going to go out and buy the vacuum cleaner back. Then we'll be stuck with it again. It's better than having our pictures plastered in every post office. When we get it back, we'll throw ourselves on the mercy of the father figure.
Should I help you with the dishes, Mom?
Well, that's very sweet of you, Ross.
Or should I go to the patrol meeting? We're studying knots, and I'm bringing the rope.
The dishes.
Mom, without a rope...
Oh, I'm only teasing. Of course, you go on to the patrol meeting.
But it was a touching offer, son.
I'll help with the dishes tomorrow night, Mom.
You run along.
And don't get home late.
I won't. Bye.
Say, did Patty and Kathy go out?
Yes.
They must have been in a big hurry. It's funny, I had the feeling that Patty wanted to talk to me tonight.
About what?
I don't know. But she had that "Hi, Papa, were you in a good mood" look on her face. I have a feeling that she's painted herself into another corner.
I don't think it's anything serious.
Yeah, you're probably right. You know, we're pretty lucky. I mean, they're both such nice girls. Just think they could have turned out like those teenage racketeers who are victimizing the neighborhood.
Thank heavens we don't have anything like that to worry about.
Would you like me to help you with the dishes?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Or would you like me to write my editorial so it makes the next edition? I'll help you with the dishes.
Why don't you go in and buy it back from her? You speak her language. Oh, maybe this isn't such a good idea. Do you know how many post offices there are in this country?
So, you've come back to the scene of your crime.
Yes, ma'am. May we come in?
I was shocked when I read of you two victimizing the city. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
We are, Mrs. Smythe. That's why we're here. We want to buy back the vacuum cleaner.
Buy it back?
Yes, ma'am. You see, we didn't have any right to sell it to you.
Well, now I don't know. I've become very attached to that vacuum cleaner.
Here's your $140 back.
Oh, I couldn't part with it for that.
What do you mean?
Well, it's such a pretty little machine. I couldn't part with it for under $150.
Mrs. Appleton.
In here.
Got the electricity back on.
Not for you, it isn't. First you get a broom and dustpan, and then you start using soap and water.
Oh. You know, Kathy, he was right. Who was right? The man who first said crime doesn't pay. I can feel muscles I never knew I had before. Even my aches have aches. I'm sorry, Patty. All this was my fault. I should never have dragged you into it.
You didn't drag me. I jumped. I had this kooky knack for taking a little bit of trouble and turning it into a disaster.
What are we going to do?
Well, there's always the Foreign Legion.
Perhaps I could borrow some money from Ross.
Old Flintheart? Forget it. No.
What we need is something daring. Patty. Imaginative. Patty. Bold. Patty. Yeah? No. That's how we got in all this trouble. Being bold.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
Yes. We're going to see your father.
You don't have many ideas, do you?
At least it's honest. I'm going in to see him.
Are you coming with me? You know I am. I can't let you go into the lion's den alone. Your father's very understanding, Patty. Oh, that's what I'm afraid of. He'll understand the whole thing. I hope he's in a good mood. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, we could write a letter and ask him. How about this? Papa, you want to laugh? We want it. Let's play it by ear. Come on. Papa, are you in a good mood?
Try me. Well, how much do you need?
We don't need money. We need mercy. Uncle Martin, you know that editorial you're going to write?
Yeah.
Well, if it's all the same to you, could you write about something else?
I don't understand. What's my editorial got to do with you?
We happen to be that teenage English gang the police have been looking for.
You're what?
We didn't plan it. It just turned out that way. You see, I bought a vacuum cleaner for Aunt Natalie. And I'm afraid I got in over my head.
And you went out and sold it to get your money back?
And when you told us about your editorial, we went out and bought it back again.
Yeah. And each time we managed to lose a little money on the deal.
And now you have the vacuum cleaner back.
Yeah. And 1,000 attachments.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you expect me to do?
Well, when the man comes for the money tomorrow, could you explain to him that Kathy and I are minors? I signed a paper saying I was over 18, but it isn't true, so he can't hold us to the deal. Papa, please get Kathy's deposit back.
Is the vacuum cleaner any good?
It's great. If there's electricity.
Well, then I'm not going to ask him to take it back.
You're not?
No, because there's a good lesson in this for both of you.
Oh, Papa, we've learned it.
Now, the fact that you signed a piece of paper saying you were over 18 does not make the contract binding. It's still up to the seller not to do business with a minor.
You mean all this time we had nothing to worry about?
No, you had something very important to worry about. You made a deal with someone. You might not have been legally bound, but you were morally bound. If he sold you a good product at a fair price, he had every right to expect you to go through with the deal.
I see what you mean.
I'm glad you do, because we're going to keep the vacuum cleaner. Make a nice birthday present for your mother.
Well, Papa, we'll never be able to pay for it.
Well, I'll underwrite the venture, and you can pay me back in easy installments.
Thank you, Uncle Martin.
Papa, you're the greatest.
Just do me one favor.
Anything.
Don't answer the door anymore.
Hurry up, she'll be home any minute.
I've never seen so much junk before in my life. How clean can a house get?
It's better than using soap and water.
Now remember, when she gets here, try to look natural, and we'll surprise her with all of the attachments at once.
Right. Here she comes.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mom.
Hello, Aunt Natalie.
Hi, hon.
Hello.
Why don't you sit down and relax?
All right, just let me get out of my coat.
Let's bring it on when she comes back.
Everybody pick up an attachment.
I'd have been home earlier, but I stopped to do some shopping. Isn't it beautiful? It's called a magic midget. And wait till you see all the attachments.
Oh, no.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh They walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.